Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Journeys review series. Today we are reviewing episode 120 and I hope you enjoy. So we are finally back with the Masters 8 tournament. Wait, what the hell is this? Today's episode is actually going completely away from the tournament and focusing on Chloe, Professor Cerise and Eevee. Chloe has a checkup on Eevee and also there is a really nice moment where she remembers all of these little interactions with the other evolutions. Honestly, I haven't minded a lot of these Chloe episodes, some of them have been really wholesome, but I had to know that they lead somewhere and by the looks of this episode they haven't. This episode is about the Cerise family going camping and we get a little Professor Cerise backstory as well, which was pretty wholesome. We see his younger self befriending a Clefairy and then having to say goodbye. This was a pretty middle of the road episode. There were some wholesome moments, some very nice music including a track from the Pikachu's Goodbye episode, but let's be honest, we don't care. Why are we watching this in the middle of the Masters 8 tournament? It just feels really messy and this episode was advertised as a Chloe focused episode and we're not even getting much development for her. This is mainly about Professor Cerise, which is cool and all, but nothing really changed for Chloe here. She leaves this episode knowing that the possibilities are endless for her and Eevee, so there's no real solution. Is this the end of her storyline? I really hope not, because then it feels like so much wasted time. This episode would have been a bit better received if it was a bit earlier on in Journeys. Why couldn't this take place before the Masters 8 tournament? We was all initially shocked at how quick the tournament was coming, and this just seems really messy. I enjoyed certain aspects of this episode. I liked seeing the Clefairy come together at the end to evolve and to fend off the Golbats. But overall it was just a pretty bland episode. It was unfocused, half of it was a Cerise backstory and the other half tried to be a development episode for Chloe, but it really didn't progress her story at all. I definitely think the placement of this episode is affecting my judgment. If it was a bit earlier on in Journeys I would have been like, alright, this was decent, but at this point in time, with last week being a recap, I expected way more from Chloe and Eevee, so this was just not very good in my opinion. So overall this episode gets a 4 out of 10. Finally, now we can get back to some Masters 8 action. Let me know your thoughts. Did you enjoy this episode? What is your rating? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed and I'll see you next time.